ground that gives the balance. That's so. Anyone else? You connects you to resilience, to a sense of a secure base. Yes, so you can go over the cards, have a look. We talk about reconnecting. And when it comes to trauma work, as Elaine said, yes, one of the big mistakes is to go into the reconnecting before we've done that grounding, and before we've built the safety. Okay, so we never go into the telling the stories without the secure base first, and those are the stages, and then we go to reconnecting only after. Otherwise, it's like we have to stick. It's like how do you say madbeka? It's a cover, yes, a sticker, yes, which isn't from inside. Experiencing new experiences with our body, so we can explore in a very short movement. We have the wisdom inside us, so we have those secret ingredients to the resilience. This is all within. We have it, we just need to listen and connect. We need to connect to the ground, to the breathing in and breathing out, to the triangle and the trunk, and the possibility to expand, to the fan, and to the wriggling space of taking the boxes out of our spine. So with all these ingredients and gifts, we can come back to sit down and to join we have this inside, and this has to be worked through, and the narrative has to be constructed, and that's what we call the reconstructing of narrative. Of making sense, making meaning, and going back to what we call, you talked about the little trauma, which we call little t, and we have the big T. Okay, we have, yes, there is little t, which is little traumas, yes, we call that. It could be even the daily hassles, but sometimes these are insults or separations or adjustment difficulties that we had. But they do get us when they accumulate, we get into that stuck, frozen mode. We don't want to overlook them. They may be very significant, especially when they're accumulated. Thank you. And when we talk about trauma, we talk about adversity, per definition we are challenged. We are challenged to be creative and to invent, actually, yes, maybe you would find other words, we have no other alternative, but to adjust, and by adjusting to the new reality that someone can be thrust into, one, per definition, the old ways of thinking do not work, and that's when the creativity comes in. It comes in ways that we can open, and we are challenged to open ourselves to new ways of thinking, new ways of relating to others and ourselves, and new ways to relating in the world. And that's what we call actually the resilience and the post-traumatic growth, which means growth through adversity, exactly as you explained before. Thanks. And how you're planning, and you're very giving a lot of attention to the details, and understanding that nature has its course, and that you need a lot of time and space and patience for processes which are hidden from the eye. And I think that's a very important message, that all this is happening beneath the surface. You cannot know. You seem to know, yes, in a way. And we can ask you, how do you know? Yes, you seem to be very so, you have that confidence, you have that in the potentialities. So you have confidence and trust in nature, in that those processes which you don't have any indication that they are there, but you trust them. Okay, so this is what we call hope, which is actually exactly those potentialities hidden in, as you explained, can you show the tree? Yes, you saw the branches and that, yes, those potentialities that you can see in the diaspora and also on. And a different modality using these for mental illness. So we would use this with variations. My focus was on resilience because that would be relevant for trauma survivors. The resilience and finding that security and telling the story and bringing together the shattered narrative. So the idea of reconstruction of narrative. But for bereaved families, we would probably give space to that security and trauma, plus the what we call remembering, which is making room in the group for the living and the dead. So that's exactly what's bringing into the reconnecting, and those who are loved who are not with us are with us in that way. So we give them love. We give them love we give life in our hearts through the trees, and connecting to something wider from ourselves. But that's what we call remembering. It's remembering. So the narrative is a narrative in which we love them in their absence, and that's the way that you've been finding ways to love in her absence and to express your love through this trip and through taking these photos. So that is part of the loving in absence. So